It's 11 p.m. on a Tuesday night. Your eyes ache from the screen glow. 35 tabs open. You just spent 5 hours wrestling with AI tools, copying from ChatGPT, pasting to Gemini, uploading another PDF to Claude, and you're exhausted. All your work, your best ideas, are now scattered across apps, each one with a different subscription. But money isn't the real cost. There is something much bigger going on. The real cost is your energy, your mental energy. Those 5 hours you spent wrestling with prompts, vibe coding, correcting, refining, it all went to their data center. They call it product improvement, but let's call it what it is. They already scraped the whole internet. The value is not there anymore. It's in your head. I hate to be the one telling you this, but you are being harvested, my friend. Your mind lives on a farm, $1 trillion silicon farm. The next model update is not trained on public data, it's trained directly on your mind. Your thought process. Every time you give a thumbs up, a click, a correction, that's the intelligence. And it flows in one direction, from you to them. Whether you are a coder, a writer, artist, scientist, founder, your mental energy is your most valuable resource. And as you keep feeding the machine, one day it could become so powerful, there would be no escape. We saw this when we launched our first AI platform back in 2017. We saw that the most valuable part of AI wasn't the model. It was you, and always has been, your feedback, your taste, your intelligence. So we asked a simple question. What if instead of being farmed, you could cultivate your own garden? Imagine a world where every human owns a specialized AI, where intelligence flows peer-to-peer, where each time our AI learns something, it can share it with the network and receive royalties, like music royalties, but for your mind. A world where mental energy is not extracted, but exchanged. What if the upcoming superintelligence was not one giant model, but a constellation of small models coordinating at the speed of light? This is why we built something new. We call it newOS. newOS is not another model. It's a new operating system for intelligence, where everyone can create, own, and distribute their own AI. Let me show you. The first thing you do when you install newOS is you go to the AI Studio to create your sim, a personal simulator of your mind. It has its own identity, wallet, memories, a brain, and it learns to think like you, to reason like you, to create like you. You feed it your work, uploading your research papers, your notes, your photos, your drafts. You can design its personality, how it thinks, how it behaves. You manage its memories, and you can preview its learning in real time in the sandbox on the right panel. You click Update, and boom, your sim is born. You own it forever. Your sim can operate your values, your research, your taste, your projects. Sims are multimodal. They can generate text, images, videos, and actions on your behalf, and each time your sim contributes to the network, you earn royalties. Now let's have a look at some of the sims created by domain experts. You can find them in the Explore page. In one click, you can add them to a collaborative space. The cool thing is you can add many sims in the same space. And also there are humans, your team, your friends. You can add Gemini with DeepSeek with Grok. You don't need to copy-paste between all those apps anymore. They are all in one place, sharing the same context window. And you have full control over your data, your memory, and your intellectual property. You can decide if your space is open, private, licensed, or only for you. What happens in your space stays in your space. With newOS, sims are not just static. They learn from feedback. It's called reinforcement learning. Each time you give a power-up, you reinforce what is true, what is right, what has good taste, what adds value, and the network learns. You can also make sims reinforce each other and evaluate codes that you can review. So instead of reviewing the entire thread, you get a distilled version of the space. Your mind can go deeper in the topic, and you can think together with the machines. All the nodes in the network, the sims, the tools, the humans, are playing a coordination game based on peer evaluations, where you have to gain watts. Watts are the total value of your contributions. They define trust. They are machine-readable, non-transferable, like a PhD for AI. When you select the auto mode, you let the swarm find the best sims at runtime based on your prompt. The network ranks sims based on their watts. That's where sims collaborate. They debate, they reach consensus before delivering a response. So instead of one model thinking in multiple steps, you have a population of experts who think together, each one with their own training, with their own architecture, with their own dataset, leveraging the power of diversity throughout the thought process. And all those coordination traces become training material that you can license for AI developers to build better models. In this new internet, you don't have to go to websites or download apps. You just talk to them directly in natural language. Let's say you want to know the price of Tau. You just ask the CoinMarketCap sim and boom. If you need help from a domain expert, you can ask their sim 24/7. Let's say you want to ask a question to Clem. Clem is an AI researcher and he's on X. If you ask a question on his X DM, at best he will reply in a few hours, but he's likely busy doing his research. So if you want to get an instant response, you go to his sim and you ask the same question, boom, instant reply. So Clem now can be everywhere at the same time, focus on his research while you get responses right away, and you can move faster on your project. This is the future of social intelligence. A new paradigm where sims and humans can run threads in parallel, running tasks in the background, and keep operations going 24/7 across time zones and languages. Using newOS means you are always ahead of everyone else. Your sim is your mind multiplied. This new internet will be 20 times bigger than the internet of humans. Because sims never sleep, and they will train on their own high-quality data, curated based on watts. We are departing from a farm of intelligence to a garden of intelligence. Not one giant model in a data center owned by a few, but a living, distributed network where every newOS instance is a node. And because you own your sim, you own a share of this new intelligence. Now you must be asking yourself, it all sounds great, but how much does it cost? newOS is not free because you own your data, so we all pay one single membership to access the network. You get the AI Studio, the privacy control, the multi-agent swarm, all the sims, all the tools, all the experts, all the models for text, code, agents, and media production, all in one place for $20. One membership, and all the revenue goes back to the community in the form of royalties. More watts give you a bigger share of the royalties. If your sims have 1% of all the watts, you get 1% of all the revenue generated by the network. Watts are more than royalties. They are your copyright at the speed of light. So, what's the plan? First, you install newOS, then you upload your mind with TXT, PDF, audio, you click create, and then you collect your watts. You get rewarded every time your unique expertise helps someone in the network. Do you remember the first Gmail accounts, the first Bitcoin miners, the first social handles? They were more than moments. They were foundations. newOS is the start of a new internet, and its foundations are being laid right now. So the choice is yours. You can stay in the farm, where your thoughts are scattered, your ideas harvested, your mental energy drained to train your replacement, or you can step into the garden, where your mind is safe, multiplied, and rewarded. All in one place, yours forever. The most powerful tool in the universe is the human mind. It's time to take it back. Your sim is waiting for you to start a new life. Today we are releasing 1000 keys to the garden. Get yours right now at newOS.computer.